Okay, next up is the basket weave. I'm using 6 strands of cotton here, and the first thing you're going to do is stitch all of the vertical lines in this pattern. So I like to come up through the back of the fabric at the top of the line and then simply go back down at the bottom of each vertical line, creating straight stitches. I think it's fun to use a different colour for the next step. So tie off at the back and get a different colour thread, again using 6 strands, and you're going to come up through the back of your fabric at the end of the top horizontal line on the pattern, and this is where we start to weave. So I'm going to take my needle. I like to use the blunt end of the needle just that it doesn't get stuck in the fabric, and you're going to weave over the top of your first straight stitch and then underneath the next, and you're going to keep going, weaving over one and under the next one until you get to the end of all of your straight stitches. Then you're going to pull your needle through, obviously pulling the cotton through quite firmly so that it's nice and taut. And then you're simply going to go back down through the fabric at the end of that first horizontal line. So we're going to do the same thing on the next horizontal line, only this time we're going to do the opposite of whatever we've done above. So if you've gone over the top of the first stitch, you're going to go underneath it this time. So just have a look at the line you've done above. So I've gone over the top of the first stitch, so this time I'm going to go underneath it, and then you're going to keep weaving in and out. You may find it helpful to push up from underneath with your other hand just to help you get the needle underneath the stitches slightly more easily. So I am probably making it look slightly more tricky than it actually is here, just because I've got the camera right in front of the fabric and I'm using an embroidery stand, so I can't sort of get the right angle, but I promise you it is actually quite simple. So just take your time weaving over and under, and then again just pull your cotton through and go back down through the fabric at the end of that next horizontal line. Then of course we're going to do the same thing for the final horizontal line shown in this pattern, and again just do the opposite of whatever you've done above, weaving over and under. Also, if you find it easier, you can just do it one stitch at a time, so you can pull your needle through each time you threaded over or under one of the straight stitches and then go back and do the next one, rather than doing them all in one go as I've shown here. So there you go, that's the basket weave, and then after you've had a little bit of practice you can get the stitches slightly closer together as shown on one of my other patterns here.